Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. That's right. It's me, the big Lewis Phillips with NTF Podcast episode 19. Gab, mate, how are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm good, mate. Feeling really good. How are you?
yeah, fantastic, mate. Yeah, you know, big footy boy, just big week.
No. How'd you sleep?
I slept
Get going.
well, just 9 hours. It was really good.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm sleeping a little bit average at the moment. Going through a little bit, but did all right.
Yeah.
Got some sleep.
You're right, mate. Stuttering Stanley there. You feeling okay?
Today. But yeah, no, going all right. I was late to get here today. I a bit of a scare up at the farm. We had a horse go down with colic. So anyone who knows horses, that's a little bit scary. That's kind of life or death situation. So you were very nice and understood that I was late.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty sleepy, so it worked out well.
Yeah, so I managed to get the horse to the horse hospital. So I loaded it up onto a float, and I'm actually still waiting on updates. So by the time this is out, we will know its fate.
Hopefully the horse is okay.
Yeah, she's pretty tough. She should be all right.
Yeah.
They're pretty tough horses. But
prayers up for my homie. I'm not a religious man, but prayers are up.
Yeah, prayers are up. So, but a little bit flustered this morning. But we did it anyway.
Yeah, it's been a tough week for you. I'm not sure if we're quite ready to expand and delve into the depths of the topics here. But yeah, it's been a rough week for you. But you know, diamonds are made under pressure, as they say.
100%. Yeah, I've had a rough week, and I'm sure we'll get into it on another episode. But just going through a little bit at the moment, and times like these make you really thankful that I've got the fucking best group of friends around, the best support system. So we're getting through, but it's been a tough week, and that's probably due to that's not helping the sleep either. So
yeah, exactly. And you know, when you're anxious and things are running through your head, it can be hard to fall asleep. But
100%, yeah, and that's where you really come back to things like always being around friends, or meditating, stuff like that, and small forms of that. So been diving into a bit of that.
And so in terms of other things that have happened this week, I'm right into the powerlifting. You're back into footy. We'll get into those for full topics and all of that, but how is the footy going, just on a general note?
General note. I've got a bye this week, but bit of a slow start for me. We'll get into to what happened, but working into it. Match fitness is coming along slowly. Kind of pissed off I got a bye this week because I could have really done with a run, so I'll definitely be getting out. And
actually, I'm happy to give you this running program for free that we've actually got.
For free?
Sorry, not for free, a 50% off discount.
Yeah, good.
Because you're I suppose, pretty important.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate you. So
just share it on your story.
Yeah, please just share it on your story 13 times, and send it to 5 of your mates, and they can actually get a discount too if they send it to 5
pyramid
of their
scheme.
mates.
It's starting.
Yeah, it is starting, guys.
Must send to 5 of your mates.
Other things, powerlifting, blah blah, all good. Lift weight, booga booga. Then footy hasn't come to invade our homes yet, so
he hasn't. We haven't heard anything about that.
No, where the ball's in your court, big fella.
Ball's in your court.
Other things that have happened this week. Our apparel, it's looking nice.
Finally, we're getting there. We've got a huge, for those at home, we've got a huge apparel order coming, and it's proved to be a long process, longer than expected, as usual. Actually, it seems to be with the apparel, but we are finalising some really key details, and it is looking schmick.
That's the thing is the items are good, but if we're gonna be distributing these to hundreds of people, thousands of people, we want it to be absolutely perfect. If there's a slight error on it, we don't want to take any risk.
I think a big thing with this round of apparel is steering away from friends and family and really getting into people wanting to buy our stuff because it's elite gym wear. And the stuff we had before was genuinely elite, and we swear by it. We wouldn't ever sell anything that we're not proud of. But this new stuff is it's something you'd wear, I would walk past a shop and buy it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we want.
Yeah, and so we got the shorts coming in 2 different color variants. Potentially doing a stringer as well. It was a pretty good response on the story yesterday. A few thousand people clicked yes that they wanted to buy it. So I mean, we might do a limited release of that. We got some new color socks, the new sock blend. Boy, the previous sock blend was good, but I thought they were a little bit too difficult to get on. So they're good for a compression sock during exercise, but we literally got the most mint cycling blend for the new socks that are coming out, and we got a limited edition color coming out as well. It looks insane. It's in the kind of signature seafoam green color. It looks really, really good. Then we got singlet's still in the works, but the tees looking...
the tees next level. So like always refining things. I think that's I'm sure a few people would be interested in like the small business side of things, and that's what we are. We are a small business, and apparel's a huge side of that. And I think this round, like, apparel is pretty risky in terms of the money you're putting across the table, as opposed to like a program. But I think it'll pay off. And when people buy like a t-shirt or a singlet, they're kind of buying into the brand, and it's like a big commitment almost. So yeah, we love that.
What item are you most excited about that we're releasing?
What are we saying? What they are?
No, I know.
Yeah.
Have we told people what they are? Or we've told them they're coming, haven't we?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Well, it is winter. It does make sense.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely the tracksuit. Like, we've got a pretty cool tracksuit coming. The material blend's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like I've actually been wearing the sample at the gym a little bit just to try it out for a bit of R&R, but
R&D.
Yeah, R&D.
Yeah.
Research. Yeah.
Research and development. Yeah.
That's the one. And so definitely.
And you've got heaps of compliments as well wearing it.
Plenty of compliments. People love it. Mum's a huge fan. So.
All we're saying is Nike Tech Fleece have been pretty quiet since these have been in development. So
literally, we'll be making shoes next.
Move over, boys.
What about you? So the crypto market, have you sold your house yet?
Guys, not looking. You think you've had a rough week, mate? Wife and kids have left me.
Oh no.
I've got no money left. Nah, I only had a little bit of money into crypto, but I do believe in the technology. It'll bounce back. These things are bound to be volatile. So
of course,
I think it's just a lot of people buying into this hype and just exaggerated price movement. So it's not really an issue.
The 9-to-5 investing scheme is
we're just gonna
buy high, sell low.
Yeah, exactly. Stonks, boys.
Stonks and lose all your money.
Anyway, we might move into what we wanted to talk about next, which is just a bit of a recap of our recent podcast. We've been pushing hard to get some cool guests on the show, and we got plenty more to come, but had two big ones with Jack Higgins, Hugo, and then Joe Woodley as well.
Jack Higgins though, like and we'll get into Joey as well, but starting with Hugo, like such a generous guy with his time, and like so passionate about everything he does, and then also like, what was the last one? So passionate, but then also like his work rate is incredible, and I think we really learnt that through the podcast. Like you spoke to me after, like, mate, his work rates, it's second to none.
Yeah. He really does leave no stone unturned. It was quite impressive to see the measures that he does take and how in depth his like pre-game process is, and how humble it is as well. Like going down to the park and kicking the footy with his dad and whatnot. Like it is quite heartwarming. So I did definitely rate that with Hugo. Yeah,
what you guys at home couldn't see, like off the camera, we'd be talking about a topic in the podcast, and then we have to stop every kind of 30 minutes to reset and start again and like have a little break. But like we'd stop cameras, stop recording, and he's still talking about the topic because he's like just so passionate about it. So like he's such a cool guy, and I think maybe the way the media has portrayed him a little bit doesn't do him justice.
Honestly, I was pretty disgusted at the way they did that. Like, I was watching a few interviews of him, and like we got to know him decently well through like the few hours that we did spend with him. But I don't know, I feel like the media was almost trying to pressure him, make him feel uncomfortable, and I really didn't rate that personally. You could see in the Hugo podcast that we had with him, he was comfortable and he spoke really, really well, really good insights. And I almost felt like the mainstream media out there it's kind of like bullying tactics. I feel like is. Really.
Of course. It's so standard.
I don't know.
But like he's a really switched on guy, and we're so thankful for the time he gave us. And I think we got a really good response to that podcast, and a lot of younger kids listening to it could have gotten so much out of it and should have. Yeah,
there's a lot of gold in that podcast. If you haven't listened to it for some reason, you've listened to this one, then please go listen to that one. You get heaps out of it.
Yeah.
Next one was Joe Woodley. He's looking like he'll be a bit more of a consistent collaborator with us. He doesn't live too far away, and he's just a great bloke, and we enjoy hanging out with him. He's a seriously talented guy. Like, he's looking to pursue acting more, and his content's a lot better than ours. Like, he's actually really good at acting and like doing little skits and things like that. So I definitely rate that.
Yeah, another brilliant human that's getting involved in the 9-to-5 way of life. We were a little bit rushed on that podcast with him because we were going out for dinner and we got caught up filming a skit with him. It'd be great to do another podcast with him, I think.
A
bit more in depth, a bit more relaxed. But yeah, another...
And he's on a program and meal plan as well.
He is.
He's a big gym lad.
Yeah.
He loves his footy.
Yeah, hits the gym, plays footy. He's he was another one really generous with his time, and just seeing like the different like ways different creators do things behind the scenes.
It was interesting because he filmed it. So his TikToks do really, really well. Like he'll get like 1,000 likes in like 2 minutes. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. He shits all over us.
Yeah, legit. He's insane. But what he does, we like edit all our stuff on like a different app. Man, Joe just bloody... He films it straight on the app. Does not care.
Yeah.
He showed us these wizard ways, and mate, they do so well.
Yep. And no music. Just like it's raw. Just like
doesn't even put that much effort into the text. Just puts it over there. The text will be up there for 30 seconds. You know.
It does make you rethink because like over time we've developed like this process where what we think is like the right way to make a TikTok or make content. And then it's like we don't really stray from that boundary. And then you watch someone like Joey do it, and it's like fuck, the stuff like we were freaking out about just doesn't matter in general. Like if the content's good, it's gonna do well.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully more collaborations with him down the line. He's a great guy and has some great knowledge on how to make good content. So,
genuine legend. Yeah.
And then we're also trying to get some other good guests in the future on. So we've got a few exciting ones coming up. But if you guys have any suggestions of people you want on, or maybe even have a personal connection to a bit of a celebrity or an iconic figure out there, like a footy player or someone who's just, I don't know, like
someone interesting. They don't have to like, we want to get like all sorts of different views and points on the podcast, like anything in finance, anything in whatever, so we can educate our listeners.
Next week we should have a soccer player coming on. He played for... I think he played for the Ollie Roos. He was the best soccer player I've ever played with. He's insane. So that'd be really good for a couple of the soccer boys out there.
100%.
He'll have some really elite insights, potentially some music artists coming on.
We're just going all out. We're just going to start like, and we've done that and like we've messaged heaps of people and get heaps of people don't respond, which is fine.
Zach Perner, shout out to you, mate.
Balls
in your court, buddy.
But so like that happens, whatever, you cop it and move on. Maybe they'll respond when we're a bigger podcast, but to get there we really appreciate these other people coming on.
It's awesome.
So anyone at home, if you have any suggestions, message us.
For sure.
And we'll do our best. Powerlifting contest?
Powerlifting competition. That is coming up in 5 weeks' time. So
huge.
Bit of an interesting story. So I did post a little bit prematurely about it because, my coach said, let's do this comp. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And like I needed to register for Powerlifting Australia. I did it. I went to register and I realized I needed my coach's powerlifting number. He sent it to me after like 2 days because it was like the weekend or something like that. And then I went to check the comp and all the places were taking it. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, you kidding?
Yeah.
And that was on the Tuesday when I was meant to do like the big post about it. And it was like at 6 p.m. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? So I rang the lady. The lady's like, oh, like, I'm sorry, we'll put you on the waiting list. People always pull out injuries, just can't do the comp, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. If she says people will always pull out, then whatever.
That's difficult.
I posted about it. Low-key still a bit nervous just because I'm like, do I get a spot? I've just told all these people I'm training for it, preparing for it. But some good news a few days ago, I rang her up and she's like, oh, like no one's pulled out yet. And she started suggesting other competitions for me to go to, but I was like, oh, I can't do them because I've got holidays booked in, blah, blah, blah. And
good lesson.
Yeah, exactly. So I was chatting to her. She was a really nice lady and she was like, I think she understood my situation and she was like, oh, like I'll try to open one more spot up for you. So she opened one more spot up for me. Absolute legend. So it confirmed me in the comp.
Yeah.
It'd be insane. Details are 27th of June. It's on a Sunday. The times are 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. But I'm pretty sure they give you like a 4-hour block where you'll be essentially performing. And so, it's in the Hawthorn Weightlifting Club. And I asked her what the entry details are, and she said it's $10 entry. So you can just come in, pay $10 and watch some weight be moved.
Yeah, brilliant.
So yeah, it should be good.
So you're training up for that. You're getting fat.
Yeah.
Morbid. Fucking
training.
morbid.
Yeah, training is just like, I don't know. When you have a goal in mind for training, it's just next level shit. Like, I'm so determined and so concentrated on this. Like, nothing's getting in my way. I'm in the gym literally 3 hours a day. Like, if you're not doing powerlifting, then you definitely don't need to be in the gym for 3 hours a day. But for powerlifting stuff, you do need like pretty long rest breaks.
Massive.
And shit takes time, moving all the weights around and whatnot. So it's a big process. Training at a proper powerlifting gym now, training down in Clayton, honestly, it's just the best gym. It's just a bit far away from my house is all. So
worth the travel though.
It's so worth the travel, but it's just really locked in for that session, just getting so much out of it, training really hard.
Yeah.
All the programming done by my coach, Josh Baillier, our coach, Josh Baillier. So yeah, training is just going really, touch wood, feeling really strong, going really well at the moment, and just really concentrated and focused.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. It's great to watch, like from an outside point of view.
Yep.
And it's exciting. I hope you can do well.
Yeah, I'm hoping to put some big numbers up there.
Yeah.
We're just speaking about this before. If it all goes to plan and everything goes well, we make some good progress, then there might be a cheeky new power building program on there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 12 weeks. It'll be like our most like comprehensive resistance training program. It'll be a power building one. So 4 days of powerlifting and then 2 optional hypertrophy sessions just to stack on size. 12 weeks. It'll be essentially everything that I do. Just because I like to mix the powerlifting stuff with a bit of hypertrophy as well.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate. It will be like the ultimate program, I think. Who doesn't want to be strong but also look good? Like, that's the whole point.
Yeah, just like ultimate gorilla mode, I reckon.
Gorilla mode, yeah. So getting right into it.
Yeah, and then we're also just knocking back as much food as we can at the moment. So
yep.
Kind of like hard gainer stuff, just like getting the food down. Sometimes I'm just sick of eating, I'm going to be honest, but slowly but surely putting on weight. I had a cold, lost a little bit of weight. It is what it is.
And now I've got that cold. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, it's all good. No worries. So maybe you'll boost your bench press and get those bacteria in there. But nah, yeah. So fully focused for this comp.
Yeah, no, it's super exciting and I can't wait to go. I'll be there with Jacinta and
number one fan.
Cheering you on. Yeah, number one fan. And we got some new computers, mate, which is very exciting. We're the full PC gamers. It's behind the camera right now, but hectic. We got one each, and that's to click fulfill on Shopify.
Yep. And play chess.
Yeah.
And do other stuff.
They're next level, and it's the capability.
For like the exporting YouTube videos, because your MacBook was
it's cooked
potato.
my Mac.
You've got a new Mac as well.
Yeah, I got the Pro.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's a $3,000 computer or laptop or something.
No, you can't hack it.
Whereas you buy a $3,000 PC.
Yeah.
It's like can solve NASA's space issues. It's ridiculous.
Literally, it's so powerful and it lights up and it does cool, colourful things. So super excited to get into that. And I mean, I haven't been home, so I haven't really used mine, but I like yours. Yeah. So good job.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And now, mate, how is your footy going?
Yeah. So I had round one a couple of weeks ago for me. Round one for me. Had a very quiet game. Just like, I mean, I haven't played footy in 2 years. So I was a little bit lost.
Jeez, 2 years, I forgot.
Yeah, so COVID kind of put me out, but in the first quarter I got reported, which isn't a laughing matter, and I actually didn't mean to do what I did. So then I was off to the tribunal, which was a process in itself. I've literally given away like 250-meter penalties in my whole entire life of playing footy. So being reported was very different. I'm not like the type to go getting in punch-ons or anything like that. So went into Bendigo and went to the tribunal. It's a bit of an intimidating process, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But a win for local footy. I got off.
Do you want to actually explain the situation? Because you didn't just go up and like king hit someone or do anything dodgy like that. Like, what did you actually do?
Yeah, so I went to smother a ball, and my arm kind of came around, and like as I was smothering, so like I went to smother, missed the footy, and then my arm kind of came around behind me and like kind of like tapped, hit this bloke in the shoulder and then the neck or like the chin, and like he went down out of shock. He was actually a really good guy, and then he got up, he was fine straight away. and it was like it happened right on the opposition's bench, and so they were obviously hurling abuse as any good team would. And then the umpire just like gave me a yellow card and sent me off.
Yeah.
And so I was off for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then had to go, and then like obviously we contested it because I didn't think there was much in it.
Yeah.
So then had to go to the tribunal on a Wednesday night, and it's like a full table. They've got like a footy, a mini oval, like a model football field in the middle, and then like the footage of me hitting this bloke is on repeat.
Yeah.
And then we like it's like a full
and it was
hearing.
pretty clear as day, like it wasn't malicious. Like
I certainly didn't mean it. The footage was really bad though, which didn't help our case.
Yeah.
So I went in and
I think there was like a tiny split second you could see that.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just in like the corner.
They had it up on this projector, and it's like it was like 3 pixels.
Because on your phone it was pretty clear.
Yeah, it's pretty clear on the phone. Anyway, so and the kid, the guy who I hit was there, and he was like a really good guy about it. He didn't like play it up or anything. He was I got to buy him a beer actually, but so got cleared eventually. So went in the first time. We're withholding. You got a week. And then they do like character references, that kind of thing. Spoke a little bit about 9to5. And then we went out of the room, and then they deemed me clear. Yeah,
and so that some of the evidence, because you had to supply quite a bit of evidence for it. What were some of the examples that you did use? I think that'd be quite interesting, given we are big advocates for not resorting to violence and nothing 100%. Of that kind of nature.
Yeah.
So I think that character referencing and what we kind of stand for is quite crucial.
From the point of 9to5, like it's actually really bad for my image and for our image to be like looked at as though we're thugs and we're going out hitting people. Yeah. When in fact we've done podcasts on like not being aggressive on a night out, like around alcohol and stuff. And just not being dickheads. So gave them a couple of links to a few podcasts, like, look, this isn't who I am. I don't go around hitting people. Yep. And then they checked my whole record for playing. Have I ever been reported? Obviously, I haven't. And then I had 2 like really good character references from a few people pretty high up in the world. So, those were like the major things that got me off.
Yep. Yeah, and just we do have that evidence, but just generally speaking, like when neither of us are aggressive people. Like we're
not at all.
Yeah. we're not out there looking for fights or
not at
anything like that. So
100%. Yeah, and I actually like genuinely do mean what we say. We generally do mean what we say in these podcasts. Where it's like, no, like don't go out and hit people. Like no, actually don't be a fucking dickhead. Yeah,
literally.
Like actually don't be a dickhead.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen any videos lately or anything like that. But
But yeah. So. That stuff was really handy, and I think I'd had a pretty rough week that week as well. So I don't know, maybe like I don't want to say it definitely wasn't on purpose, but like my head was elsewhere as well.
Yeah, and it's an interesting topic that we're talking about getting reported and stuff, because we do have kind of a related story time after this break that we're taking. So stay 100%. Tuned. You'll definitely want to hear this story time.
Bang.
Cool, and we're back with a pretty cool story time. Do we say the bloke's name?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so his name is James Dean. So we've got a cool story time from him. It's pretty entertaining. So, hey legends, I was at my local gym today and witnessed a bit of a brawl between 2 regular gym goers, one of which happened to be the biggest guy in the gym. The big guy ended up having the other guy in a headlock and yelling at him. I heard this across the floor and thought someone was about to hit a mad PR, which got me hyped.
Yeah.
After some investigation, I was informed that the scuffle had occurred as smaller gym goer was peeved that he could hear larger gym goers' weight slam over his noise-cancelling headphones. Yeah, that'd piss me off too. Perhaps he should have had a chat with the headphone company rather than the largest man at the gym.
Ooh.
I, for one, got hyped when I hear heavy weight slams. Clearly, this was not the case for this man and his supposed noise-cancelling headphones. The scene ended with the smaller gym goer being banned from attending the local gym. Oh, no. This got me wondering if you guys have ever witnessed or been involved in a gym scuffle, and if so, what was it about? Cheers, guys. James, sent from my iPhone. Cool. So... yeah, I don't know. It would be good to get some video footage of this if you can send us through the gym's details and.
So firstly, I think the small guy's in the wrong.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think there's enough information to be fair. Like, as I'm biased as a powerlifter, weight is going to slam. There's going to be noise. People are going to be grunting.
Yeah,
it's going to sound like you're in a gorilla enclosure.
Yeah.
It's just, that's the gym for me.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're at a place like Planet Fitness, they're going to send off the lunk alarm.
Yeah, the lunk alarm.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Yeah, it actually is a thing.
It is a thing. You know, they don't want to be intimidated. So I think it was just a collision of two different gym mentalities.
Yep.
And it's just the case there. I don't know who initiated the physical contact. I think...
Sounds like the smaller one did with his noise-cancelling headphones.
So...
And he went up and had a go at the big guy, which,
But who hit who first? That's the question. I think...
And how did it get to that?
It's a disagreement. I don't think either person is in the wrong for the initial disagreement. It's just two different perspectives. If someone told me I was slamming the weights too hard, I'd probably justify it and say, like, hey, this needs to happen. I'm deadlifting. Like, come on, mate. You can resolve it like that. I think whoever resorted to the physical nature of things first is in the wrong.
Yep.
I presume that, like, this is my interpretation. The smaller guy goes up to him, maybe pushes him or something like that, and
he would have been hyped
bigger
up.
guy gets him into a headlock or something like that, or maybe the bigger guy pushes him back, and then there's I don't know what happened, but I think whoever started the fight first is in the wrong.
Who's got the energy to fight in gyms anyway?
Oh, mate, yes, Jesus,
give it up.
So it's interesting. The outcome of this was a smaller gym goer is being banned from attending the local gym, which makes me think he was the one who started the fight. Maybe he was the aggressor. A bit of small dog syndrome or whatever it is.
Small man syndrome.
Yeah, small man syndrome.
And so he asked, have we ever been in a situation?
Now, it's interesting that you say that. So,
sorry, mate.
We, like, recently there was actually, I'm someone who's never actually witnessed or had any real disagreements. I mean, you get pissed off with people in the gym, but nothing really eventuates, or rarely does it ever eventuate, and it never had for me. So, yeah, it was strange. So, one night, I'm doing a deadlift and squat session at the gym, you know. This was at Yes Fitness. I was, doing, like, pretty hardcore powerlifting session, sweaty as fuck. Like, I think I was like deadlifting like 170 for like sixes or something like that. It wasn't easy. So I had the fan directly on me because I was sweating so much.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty crucial for powerlifting that you manage that sweat, because sweat's going to stuff up your grip.
Yeah.
It's quite...
You want to recover as fast as possible between each set, don't you?
Exactly right. Yeah. Exactly. And you need, like a good PC, you need the fans going on. You need to be cooling the processor. So, like, I had this big fan on me. I'm hitting a set and I come back and the fan's gone. It's pointing the other direction. So I go over and change the fan to my direction, as it was on me, and I still had like another 2 sets of deadlifts and then some squats to go. So I was going to be there for a while. I go to change it around. Now some guy comes up to me and says, no, leave the fan, bro. He's like probably some like 35-year-old, like tatted up,
entitled
guy. I presume he was a tradie. I don't know. I think he had like work boots or something there.
Yeah.
He was doing some boxing workout on the thing, and I think he thought that his training was more important than mine. So he thought he'd steal the fan and point it to him. And I said, look, mate, I was actually using the fan first. That's why it was pointed on me initially. And he's like, nah, bro. Like, you're not even sweating, bro. I'd just wiped myself with
Doesn't even matter if you're not sweating.
It's just
if
the
you
principle.
had it first.
I had the fan first. And he's come there second and changed the fan around. He's got his boxing things there, his mitts looking all intimidating. And I'm like, mate, there's cameras everywhere. If you lay a hand on me, like,
it's not even worth it.
It's just like you're gonna get in a shit ton of trouble.
But
anyway, he does not give up. I say, like, no, mate, like, and I start moving the fan, and then he just says, no, get off it, bro. Like, he just dismisses me. He's like, no, thanks, bro. Just leave it there, bro. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I said to him, like, fuck off, mate. You're a flog. Like, I don't know if it was like necessary, but like, to be honest, pissed me off.
Yeah, you wound up.
I was there, and I was thinking, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Some other people saw it as well. It was probably like 9 p.m. in the gym, something like that, 9:30 p.m. So there were a few people there. They were watching, just innocent bystanders, not doing anything. And then I'm just like, all right, I'll leave it. And he comes over to me, and he goes like, I was trying to be nice about it, mate. And I said, fuck off, mate. There's nothing nice about it. You think your training's more important than mine. And you stole the fan. Like, get absolutely fucked. And I'm pretty sure I called him a flog and he went over to do his little boxing workout. Mike Tyson smashing the punching bag. AJ.
Yes.
Yeah, so then
I hate that.
I was like, what do I do? Do I get the camera out and film it for like a TikTok? Because I know that'd go absolutely off, but I don't know if that's me being a dickhead and being like, I don't know, taking things too far and escalating it. Like the bloke obviously wouldn't want to be filmed, given that he caused an argument over him stealing the fan. So that's when I voice messaged you. I'm like, what do I do, mate? Because I know if you were there, I 100% wouldn't have given him the fan. I said, look, mate, you're clearly in the wrong here.
This
and
is
I
what's happening.
You filming it because
we're being funny as
it's just justified. But I was there by myself. I was thinking, do I set up the tripod behind me and like set this up and just like some distant yelling between two people? Because I knew like if he's gonna punch me, like I'm not gonna do anything. He's just gonna be fucked. Like he's gonna be in a whole lot of trouble for assault. Like.
He's not going back to yes either. It's just funny.
Having
it's good
the police
content
involved after that.
It's good content.
Yeah, and I'm not someone who's going to like throw a punch at him or anything like that. Like that's just not me. I was there. Like, what do I do? Do I film it? Do I like give in to him? Like, what do I do? And so at the end of the day, I kind of I decided, look, let's just leave it, be the bigger person. He can have the fan to do his little boxing workout. I'll just cop it with the sweat for now. If it happens again, like
just
I'll
grab
complain
the fan.
about it. Just grab the fan, film it, kind of thing. Like
I don't love. It kind of pisses me off that like he comes up after you like, sorry, like mate, I'm trying to be nice about it.
And I said, get fucked, mate. You weren't trying to be nice about it.
I hate that. I hate that so
just
much.
Like real, like patronizing, like pat on the back. Like,
Like you were in the wrong, but I was trying to be nice.
Get fucked.
No,
mate.
I hate that.
But I think the moral of the story is if there's something stupid like that, like someone banging weights, just don't resort to like physical violence about it. My kind of I don't know what you'd call it, but my kind of rule of thumb is physical violence is only a last resort if your friends or family are in danger. Like if you're getting like if your house is getting robbed or at knife point or something like that.
It's like defense or something.
It's self-defense. Like, but if you're just being a dickhead and it's just a small thing, then it's seriously it's not something you should even be considering. So
100%.
And I think that comes with maturity. Like I remember when I was a young kid in the school, I think I'd be the big tough guy fighting kids around school and stuff like that. But I think it's just a maturity thing. You just kind of grow out of that. And
I think it's like people who fight are generally scared. Like they're scared of something. It's a certain type, and we always say, just avoid the physical. It's just not worth it. Like,
honestly, though, that guy in the gym, I think he should be like reported or something because that's not really
there'd
cool.
be footage of it.
There's honestly like if you went up to like someone who's a little bit, I'm like a pretty confident person. Like I'm not really intimidated by some thug. Like if you did that to somebody else, I don't know, like. Not really cool. Like that could ruin someone's experience at the gym.
And they don't want to come back with something.
So, exactly. So, to whoever that bloke is, I don't know who you are, but you're a wanker.
You're a dickhead. We don't like you. And you don't get to use the code podcast. At checkout.
You can use the code podcast wanker for an extra 50% on your program.
And then we'll forgive you.
Exactly.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, good job, mate. What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon stuff is good.
Yeah, things are good. Shout out to James Dean for sending that in. That's definitely an actor, or was an actor. But thanks James Dean for sending that one in. That's a good story. So keep sending those story times in to our email, admin@ninetofivefitness.com.au. We really appreciate it. If you want a mad discount, use code podcast at checkout.
I think that's off your meal plan, 10% off your meal plan,
10% off a meal plan. And shout out to Elite Subs.
Yep.
Use code NTF.
All right, thanks guys.
Thanks legends. See you, bye.